Hey ladies, welcome back to LadyBoss Unplugged. I am so happy you're here with me today because today's episode is what I've been wanting to talk to you about for a long time because it's something that affects so many of us. Our mindset around food, fitness, and our bodies. We're diving into something deep today. How to rewire your mindset after years of diet culture. And I mean decades for some of us. But you know what I'm talking about. Feeling like you have to earn your food with a workout, feeling guilty after eating something bad, believing the number on the scale defines your worth, equating weight loss with being lovable, except being good enough. Yep, that was me for years. And I want to unpack what it actually looks like to shift out of that toxic cycle into real empowered transformation.
Hey, Lady Boss. Welcome to Lady Boss Unplugged, the podcast where real women have real conversations about crushing their goals, building unstoppable confidence, and creating lives they absolutely love. Hi, I'm Kaitlyn Talamonte, CEO and owner of Lady Boss, wife, mom of two boys, and your biggest cheerleader.
Do you remember when Mommy looked like that?
Way not similar.
Each week, we'll dive into stories, strategies, and straight up motivation to help you show up as the best version of you. Because let's be honest, you are made for more. So whether you're driving the kids to practice, hitting the treadmill, or just taking a moment for yourself, get ready to laugh, learn, and leave inspired.
LadyBoss gives you the tools to not only hit your weight loss or your health and fitness goals, but to believe in yourself.
This is Lady Boss Unplugged, where women like you rise, thrive, and shine.
So let's go back about 6 years. I was doing 2-a-days at the gym. I was eating what I thought was clean, but also severely restricting. I wasn't eating enough. I was scared of carbs. I thought hunger was a good thing. And I celebrated the scale drop, but I was miserable. I was also getting noticed, which was awesome, right? People were saying things like, wow, you look amazing. And I was like, yay, thanks. But inside, I was tired, irritable for sure, and obsessed. I was obsessed with tracking everything. Everything I ate, every calorie, every pound on the scale, every movement I made. Obsessed with trying to get smaller, obsessed with perfection. I thought I was doing it right, but I wasn't getting any healthier. I was just getting smaller. It wasn't until I started focusing on the Lady Boss Boss method, state, shape, sparkle, and success, that things really changed. I realized my mindset had to be the first thing to shift. Because if you change your habits but don't change your mindset, you'll end up right back where you started. And I did. I gained back all the weight, all of it. But I didn't beat myself up. Maybe a little bit, let's be honest. But I had to dive deep and I asked myself why. And the truth was, I hadn't fully rewired my thinking. I had just changed my behaviors. And really, that's not enough. The biggest shift happened when I stopped asking, how can I lose weight fast? And started by asking, how can I become the healthiest, strongest, most loud, vibrant version of me? It made it fun then. It was a game changer. And I learned that I didn't want to be just skinny. I wanted to be strong. I didn't want to starve my body. I wanted to nourish it. I like food. I didn't want to hate my body into changing. I wanted to love it through the process and through every season. And here's what really changed everything. One, ditching the food labels. No more good food, bad food. There's food that fuels you and food that feeds the soul. Both matter, okay? I allow myself to have pizza, ice cream, Girl Scout Thin Mints, all the things. And I don't spiral. 2, I listen to my body. I started asking, what does my body need today? I gave myself grace on tired days, took a nap when needed. I moved my body for joy, not punishment. 3, nourishment over punishment. Nourish your body, don't punish it. I focused on protein, water, whole foods, and feeling my body like it was something I loved, because you should love your body. LadyBoss Lean helped a lot here, if I'm being honest, especially with those protein goals. It has become a daily act of nourishment. It still is. That is like a habit I have built. Every day I have my shake. 4, curiosity over shame. Instead of beating myself up and being hard on myself for what happened, I started to get curious about all the things. What triggered me binging out of control today? Why am I at this plateau? Why did I feel out of control? Why am I freaking out that I'm going to starve to death when I go on this trip this weekend? I journaled it. I asked questions. I prayed. I treated myself with compassion. If you're listening and wondering how to start rewiring your mindset, here are 3 practical steps you can take today. You ready? 1, start with awareness. Journal your thoughts around food and your body for the day. Journal it. Make yourself aware. Notice the negative beliefs you have. Awareness is the first step to change. When you can start pinpointing the negative beliefs you have, massive first step. Because when you start to have them and you see them, the sooner you see them, the sooner you can change them. So be aware. Journal them down. 2, once you start to see them, second step is change your self-talk. Instead of speaking negatively to yourself, speak to yourself like someone you love. Think, would you say those words to someone you love? Would you say those words to a stranger? Would you say those words to anyone but yourself? My bet is probably not. Speak to yourself like someone you love. Post affirmations on your mirror. Post them everywhere. On your mirror, in your car, on your fridge, in your office space, in your gym bag, as your cell phone screensaver, as your smartwatch screensaver, all the places. Post affirmations. I am more than a number. I am worthy. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am capable. I am able. Post them everywhere. 3, focus on 1 empowering habit. Just 1. Don't overwhelm yourself. Add. Don't restrict. For example, hit your water goal. Add a protein shake. Walk for 10 minutes. Add. Don't restrict. You do not need to overhaul your whole life in one day. That leads to failure like 99.999, 100% of the time. Okay? Start small and stay consistent. Layer on the habits. The truth is, your mindset is the real transformation. The scale might move and your pants might fit better, but if you don't change your beliefs, the thoughts you have, those results won't last, because the results are never good enough. You will never, no matter what that number on this scale says, no matter how well those pants fit, there's always going to be something you don't like that isn't good enough if you do not change your beliefs. So today, ladies, I have a challenge for you. I want you to ask yourself this. Is the way I think about my body helping or hurting me? Is the way I think about my body helping or hurting me? And if it's hurting you, then girl, it's time to start healing, okay? Don't keep hurting yourself. Let's focus on progress over perfection. I'm going to say it a million times, progress over perfection. Let's love our bodies while we work on them. Let's choose our mindset over being miserable and starving ourselves, okay? And let's rewire for the life that we were meant to live. I know you can do this. I believe in you. And I am so proud of each and every one of you for showing up. Don't forget to subscribe to LadyBoss Unplugged. Share this episode with a friend who needs it. And leave a review if this hit home, if this touched your heart, if this connected with you today. I'll talk to you next week. Ladies, keep showing up. You are worthy. You are enough. You are unstoppable. And you are a lady boss. Bye.